Declutter Your Life, the art of tidying up. Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having a beautiful, vibrant day. Because today, we're diving into something that will completely transform not only your home, but your mind, your mood, and honestly, your entire energy. Yes, my friends, we're talking about decluttering your life, the art of tidying up. Now, before you roll your eyes and think, oh great, another video about cleaning, trust me, this is not just about putting things in boxes or color-coding your closet. This is about transforming the invisible energy of your environment, aligning your inner peace with your outer space, and discovering how less truly becomes more. Because decluttering isn't just a household chore. It's a spiritual reset, a creative renaissance, and a mental detox, all wrapped up in the simplest, most human act, letting go. Let's start with the emotional truth. Our clutter is not random. Every single item you hold on to has a story. Maybe it's that dress you bought for an occasion that never came, those old notebooks from college, that pile of receipts that whisper, "You might need me someday." But here's the thing, those objects are not just things, they're anchors. Each one pulls a tiny thread of your attention, your emotion, and your energy. Imagine walking through your home, and every object is quietly tugging on your brain. Remember me? Don't forget this. You'll need that later. It's no wonder we feel mentally exhausted. Decluttering, then, isn't just about organizing. It's about breaking the subtle emotional contracts we've made with our possessions. It's about reclaiming our focus, our freedom, and our mental clarity. Now, one of the core philosophies of the art of tidying up is mindful awareness. You can't change what you don't notice. So the first step is not to grab a garbage bag. It's to open your eyes, really open them, and see your space. Walk through your home slowly, as if you're visiting it for the first time. Look at your shelves, your countertops, your drawers. Ask yourself, does this space feel light or heavy? Does it inspire or drain you? Often, clutter isn't just visible, it's energetic. You can feel it in the air when you walk into an overloaded room. There's a kind of static noise, a background hum of unfinished business. The art of tidying up begins when you decide that your environment should uplift you, not haunt you. The next principle is simple yet life-changing. Only keep what sparks joy. Yes, it's become a cliche thanks to Marie Kondo, but that phrase holds ancient wisdom. Joy isn't just a fleeting emotion, it's a compass. When you pick up an item and it genuinely sparks joy, what you're feeling is alignment. Your inner self recognizes that this object matches your current identity, your current energy. When you hold something that feels off, it's because it belongs to a past version of you. And that's okay. We evolve. The art of tidying up honors that evolution. So as you declutter, you're not just throwing things away. You're saying goodbye to who you used to be and welcoming who you're becoming. But decluttering isn't only about physical objects, it's about space. Every time you remove something unnecessary, you create room for something beautiful. Nature abhors a vacuum. So when you clear physical clutter, new energy rushes in. That could be opportunities, creativity, calm, or even better relationships. You've probably noticed that when your home is tidy, you suddenly feel more motivated to cook, read, or create. That's not magic, that's psychology. When our environment reflects order, our mind mirrors it. The art of tidying up trains your brain to see patterns, focus on what matters, and feel a sense of control. And yet, the process isn't always easy. Let's be real, decluttering can be emotional. You'll find old photos, love letters, and clothes that remind you of hard times. You'll confront the ghosts of your past, dreams that didn't happen, relationships that ended, versions of yourself that you've outgrown. And in those moments, you'll realize decluttering is an act of courage. It's not just tidying, it's healing. When you release something, you're saying, "Thank you for serving me, but I don't need you anymore." This ritual of gratitude transforms what could feel like loss into liberation. And with each item you let go of, you're lightening not just your shelves, but your soul. Another vital element of the art of tidying up is intention. Don't declutter out of guilt or panic. Do it because you want to create space for joy, peace, and purpose. Before you begin, set a clear intention. Maybe it's I want my home to feel peaceful, or I want my mind to feel free. When you set that tone, every decision you make while decluttering becomes easier. That old stack of papers, you can release it because it doesn't fit your intention of peace. That unused treadmill, let it go because your intention is freedom, not guilt. Intention turns a cleaning spree into a mindful ritual. Let's talk about the process itself, because an organization without a strategy just becomes another mess later. Start small. Pick one category, not one room. For example, start with clothes. Take every piece of clothing you own and put it in one place. It will shock you. Seeing it all together forces awareness. Then, touch each item. Ask yourself, does this still represent who I am? If not, release it. Next, move to books, papers, sentimental items, and miscellaneous things. As you move through categories, you'll feel your energy shift. The weight will start to lift, and clarity will take its place. Once the physical side feels lighter, something miraculous happens. You start decluttering your mind. You begin noticing which thoughts no longer serve you. You realize you've been holding on to worries, regrets, old stories, mental clutter that takes up psychic space. The art of tidying up teaches you to declutter your inner life as fiercely as your outer one. You start asking, does this belief still bring me joy? Does this thought still align with my values? And when it doesn't, you let it go. The mental freedom that follows is intoxicating. You think clearly, you breathe easier, and life feels lighter. Now, decluttering your life also means rethinking your relationship with time. Clutter isn't just about things, it's about how you spend your hours. Look at your calendar. Is it overflowing with commitments that drain you? Is your schedule cluttered with should instead of wants? Tidying up your time is just as powerful as tidying your space. Say no to what doesn't serve your priorities. Protect your energy like it's sacred, because it is. A decluttered schedule gives you space for rest, creativity, and spontaneity. Remember, an organized life isn't a busy life, it's a balanced one. Another beautiful layer of decluttering is what I call aesthetic minimalism. Not the cold, white, sterile kind, but the soulful, curated kind. It's about surrounding yourself only with what feels authentic, what tells your story, what adds value. When your space becomes intentional, it becomes art. Every corner reflects a piece of you. Your home becomes a mirror of your essence, calm, creative, alive. And guess what? When your surroundings glow with intention, you begin to glow too. You wake up in a space that whispers, "You've got this." But here's a secret most people miss. Decluttering isn't a one-time event. It's a lifestyle. Life keeps changing. New experiences, new items, new phases come in. The key is to make tidying a rhythm, not a project. Once a week, do a quick reset. Once a month, do a mini review of what's piling up. Once a season, refresh your wardrobe, your workspace, your mindset. The goal isn't perfection, it's awareness. When you maintain that flow, clutter never controls you again. Now let's talk about the spiritual side, because whether you're religious or not, there's something sacred about this practice. Decluttering reconnects you to gratitude. When you handle your belongings with care, you're reminded of abundance. When you release what you don't need, you're trusting that more goodness will come. It's an act of faith in flow, in renewal, in your own power to choose what stays in your life. It teaches you that everything has a cycle: acquire, appreciate, release. It's the rhythm of nature itself. One of the most fascinating discoveries you'll make is how decluttering transforms your relationships. When your space is lighter, you show up differently. You're less reactive, more patient, more open. You start craving depth over drama, meaning over noise. You may even find yourself decluttering your social circle, releasing connections that no longer align, and nurturing the ones that truly uplift you. The art of tidying up spills beautifully into every area of your life. There's also a psychological power to order. Studies show that clutter increases cortisol, the stress hormone, while organized spaces promote calm and focus. It's no coincidence that when your room is messy, your thoughts are scattered. Decluttering is a form of self-care, a silent therapy session between you and your environment. Each drawer you clean is a micro-victory. Each bag of donations a release of mental load. And the satisfaction that follows? Pure dopamine. Now, I know what you might be thinking. What about sentimental stuff? The photos, letters, mementos? Here's the trick. Don't think of it as throwing away memories. Think of it as honoring them properly. Keep the essence, not the excess. Maybe scan the photos. Keep one token per memory instead of boxes of them. Your memories live in your heart, not in the attic. When you lighten that physical burden, you actually appreciate the memories more clearly. And while we're at it, let's address digital clutter. Because, oh boy, our phones and laptops are the new junk drawers. The endless screenshots, duplicate photos, unread emails, they all add invisible weight. Set aside time each week to clean your digital life. Unsubscribe from newsletters that don't excite you. Delete apps that steal your attention. Curate your social media so it inspires rather than overwhelms you. Your digital space is just as sacred as your physical one. Here's another secret weapon. Ritualize your tidying. Play your favorite music, light a candle, open the windows, let sunlight and fresh air flood in. Turn it into a celebration, not a punishment. When tidying feels joyful, your brain associates order with pleasure. You start craving that clarity instead of resisting it. And when you finish, oh, that moment. Standing in a room that feels light, open, and alive, it's like inhaling freedom. That's when you realize decluttering isn't about things at all. It's about energy. As your environment transforms, something deep inside you shifts too. You start walking lighter, speaking kinder, thinking clearer. You stop rushing. You start savoring. You notice beauty in simple things, a ray of sunlight on the floor, the quiet hum of morning coffee. You feel more present because the noise, both physical and mental, is gone. Decluttering teaches you mindfulness in the most practical way. Every item has its place. Every moment has its piece. The ripple effects go beyond your home. When you live with clarity, you attract clarity. Opportunities flow in. You make decisions faster. You stop overcomplicating life. You realize happiness isn't buried in more things. It's waiting in the spaces between them. A decluttered life is a creative life, an intentional life, a joyful life. It's about designing your world so that everything in it supports who you want to be. And yes, the journey can be messy. You'll get halfway through and wonder why you started. You'll sit surrounded by piles of stuff and feel overwhelmed. But that's the chaos before clarity, the cocoon before transformation. Push through it. Play your favorite song, take a deep breath, and keep going. Because on the other side is peace, and it is worth every ounce of effort. And when you finally finish, when your home breathes and your mind hums with stillness, something magical happens. You start seeing life differently. You stop chasing more and start cherishing enough. You stop identifying with your possessions and start connecting with your purpose. You realize that the art of tidying up isn't about cleaning your space. It's about awakening your soul. So my dear friends, as we wrap up today's journey through Declutter Your Life, the art of tidying up, remember this: you deserve a life that feels as good as it looks. A life where every corner radiates calm, where every morning begins with clarity, and where every night ends in gratitude. Decluttering isn't just an act, it's a declaration. It says, I choose peace over chaos. I choose freedom over fear. I choose myself. If this video inspired you, if it made you smile, think, or maybe even pick up that donation bag, then you know what to do. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and ring that notification bell so you never miss another deep dive into transforming your life, one beautiful habit at a time. Until next time, keep your space serene, your heart light, and your energy sparkling. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay radiant and stay decluttered.